Hey, hi everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. This is going to be a bit strange because I'm not used to using both hands at the same time, so I'll probably talk into this and click with this. But first up, thanks very much for taking the time to come out, to spend a bit of time with the people here at Spartez and Atlassian. Really appreciate you guys investing a Friday evening, even though it's Friday the 13th, but thank you so much for coming down. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about product engineering. I want to help you guys understand more about product engineering, what it is, why it's important, how we use it inside of Atlassian and Spartez to basically build awesome products like Jira Software, Fisheye Crucible, Bamboo, Crowd. But first, quick introduction. My name is Marty Henderson. I've been with Atlassian for about 5 years now. My accent's probably got a little bit weird because I've been living in Sydney for 4 years and previously from Ireland, and now I moved to Poland last year to kind of work with the product teams here. Poland has been awesome so far for the past year, but please don't speak to me in Polish because it is rubbish. I'm not good. I'm responsible for Jira Software, Crowd, Fisheye, Crucible, Bamboo. And as I mentioned, I've been with the company for about 5 years now, so I literally know where all of the dead bodies are buried. If you want to know, get me a beer later on and we can talk more. The interesting thing here is all of these products that I talk about are wholly owned and run by the teams here based in Gdansk for Spartez. Spartez is an absolutely critical partner to Atlassian. We rely upon them to build our software and deliver our features, so they're super important. So, the existential question, why am I actually here? For the past year, it's been about transformation, and this has been about taking our product teams in Gdansk on this product engineering journey. The teams here have historically been excellent at dealing with really technical problems, things like cache replication, dealing with heap dumps, thread dumps, super technical stuff, right? But what we wanted to do was bring them along the journey of how to build awesome products for customers, to really build that muscle in understanding the challenges and problems that customers face and equip them with the tools to actually solve some of these problems. So for the past year, we've been building this muscle in our teams to really understand the customers, the problems they face, the challenges they have, and how we can help them solve those problems. So tonight we'll talk a little bit about what is product engineering, the areas of focus, what the journey looks like to get there, and I guess what the final destination is. So what is product engineering? This is kind of beyond the what and how we build something, and more into the who are we building this for, and why are we building it for them. It doesn't mean that technical stuff isn't important anymore. It just means that we need to augment that with extra understanding about the challenges that our customers face, about the problems that they want to solve, and really understanding the needs that they have so they have a great product experience. Steve Jobs had a famous quote, "It's not the customer's job to know what they actually want." How many people working in software have ever had that situation? You ask a customer what they want and they don't actually know, but they know they have a problem, right? And fundamentally, it actually boils down to this. Life is too fucking short to build products that no one is going to use. We're not doing this because we want to play with code. We want to solve customer problems. We want to actually deliver genuine value to customers and help them fix their issues, get value from the products, and have an awesome customer experience. Developing an amazing product is not just about user experience. It's not just about engineering. It's not just about product management. It's about the unification of these three things. When they come together, that we really start to solve genuine customer issues and problems. And that sounds awesome, right? But how do we actually do this? It sounds simple, but it's not. Looking at the areas, we kind of get into thinking about customer empathy and really understanding what their needs are, their pains, their problems, what challenges they actually face. This is where we need to build and understand, talk to customers, work with them, interview them, really get to know our customers. Come on. There you go. It's also about having data-informed decisions, not just taking a gut bet and saying, I think this is the best solution. How can we reason about this? How can we do A/B testing to figure out which is the best solution for the customer? how do we know that we're building the right thing instead of just of building the thing right? Historically, we're always really good at the latter, but we don't actually do a great job of the former, of knowing that we're building the right thing for customers. And this is where we need to take more time, do the research, build analytics into the products, and figure out exactly what we need to do. Because otherwise, we're building a solution. We don't even know if we're solving the problem. We also need to make use of our broader team. Atlassian, like any company, has lots of teams, lots of expert people. Hell, in fairness, most successful product companies these days, they're pretty big. They have a large variety of teams, a large variety of people that can actually give us some insights. And it's important to go out there and talk to them, to use their experience. We have teams like customer operations, we have our loyalty advocates, we have our enterprise associates. These guys can all give us big insights into how our customers use our products and what problems they actually face. Our Jira software team here in Spartez regularly catches up with our technical account managers. These guys are the front line that go hand to hand with customers to help them solve their problems. And this is super important, right? Because now we get connected with the customers and we can actually see what's going on. And it's not just about the product stuff. Technical excellence is super important too. There's no point understanding the problem if we build a shitty solution. The technical stuff is still really important. We have to release often with high quality and give this to our customers. And this eventually leads us to kind of product ownership. When we can do all of this stuff together, that's when you really truly own and run a product. So some of the tactics that our teams use to do this type of thing, we have regular programs of customer interviews that happen inside of the office. Customers come here, our teams go to customer sites, talk to them. We do regular reviews of NPS comments. We build analytics into the things that we build, then we review them. We look at the usage statistics, figure out if these things are actually being used, and sometimes we even unship a feature if it isn't actually being used in the product. We have a load of organizational tactics like sparring sessions, demo trusts, working with other teams to build more cross-product thinking, to think about how someone from Bitbucket Server would maybe use a feature inside of Jira. We demo the end-to-end experience with our founders. We look at it from downloading the product through installation, through setup, what that entire experience is. And we always try to iterate fast, build an MVP, work more on it, and continue to deliver value with that sort of stuff. And all of these tactics really help us gain more insight into the problem that we're solving and really help us build the proper solution for customers. So this is obviously a pretty long journey. Getting to be a great product engineering team is not an overnight thing. It takes time. I've been here for just over a year, and we're still on this journey, right? We have to build the muscle. We have to work hard at this stuff. It doesn't just happen. So the kind of journey is 4 main phases. The first one, which is a bit meta, we have to understand the journey to embark upon the journey. And that's actually understanding where the gaps are, knowing where we have our weaknesses. Are we really good at the technical stuff, but we fall down on actually building a solution? Or can we really envisage the technical stuff, and then we actually don't build the right thing? We need to be able to run the basics. And this is building a product, delivering features, getting a release out the door of the right level of quality that customers come back, want to use it, that they don't raise a ton of bugs on it, that we can actually deliver value, deliver features, fix bugs for customers. And then from that, we kind of move into this phase of product and customer understanding. And this is all about getting to know more about the customer, more about the problem that you're trying to solve, actually to the point of maybe building an EAP release, shipping it off to Uber, and asking them for feedback on how this performs or how it works to get their feedback. And then from that, when you can do all of this, you kind of move into the strategic decision-making phase. And that's when you actually start to impact top-level Atlassian strategy to say, you know what, maybe we want to go after DevOps this year. This is the area we want to expand in. Or we have a solution for the ITSM market. We're going to build the next version of Service Desk, and it's going to be awesome. As we go through these phases, we develop more and more, and then we become better product engineers. So again, the ground level view of it, of what product engineering practically looks like for one of the teams that's working inside of Spartez, the 3 main phases: envision it, make it, improve it. We use things like project posters. We'll talk about the what we're building, who we're building it for, and why. We build out success metrics into these project posters, and maybe that's 30% of customers have a shorter experience or shorter period of time to create an issue. We build that into the success metrics for this stuff. We'll validate these types of things with customer interviews, and we'll do user testing. And sometimes that's online. Sometimes it's really simple, like drawing a pile of stuff on the pages, getting a customer into the office and running through it. And as we make it, we build analytics in to make sure these features are being used. We rapidly prototype things or do A/B testing to try and figure it out, which is the best solution. And essentially, we go beyond MVP into what I like to call minimum lovable product. Viable product's fine, but if a customer really loves a product, then they actually spend more time, more money, all of that good stuff. And the journey doesn't end there, right? We have this third phase, improve it. Once we ship it, you're not done, right? Your team owns this feature, owns what you've built. It's important to look back at it in terms of feature scorecards where we rate, review, come back to the feedback from customers and figure out if this was actually a successful feature that we shipped. We use goals, signals, and metrics to validate the effectiveness of a release. Somebody's singing in the background. And we use this to basically figure out whether a release has been successful, whether customers have really got value from it. Like we can actually tell through the Jira 7x line of releases what the installation rate has been for the first 8 weeks of download. Some are good, some are bad. And then eventually, as teams grow, teams get more interested in the business metrics. How does this affect the bottom line? What does this mean in terms of renewals? What does this mean in terms of like the actual finances of the company? And this is the level of control, the level of ownership that we let teams in Spartez take of our products. And eventually, as I mentioned, when we get all of this stuff right, it kind of leads to ownership. And what we have right now is Bamboo, Jira Software, Crowd, Crucible, Fisheye, being run by teams out of Spartez based in Gdansk. Atlassian's an Australian company, and our flagship product, which generates most of the revenue for the entire company, is built in Gdansk. This is awesome, right? We challenge our teams to lean into new ways of doing things, to try things out, to experiment, to take risks, and sometimes to fail, sometimes to succeed. This is the Atlassian way of doing software development, and this is what Spartez encourages. We're looking for more people like that. We're growing. We have a lot of open headcount. If any of this sounds vaguely interesting to anyone, you should come and talk to me later after this presentation, because we're hiring a lot. Thank you.